Alright, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to cover how to change out the stock joysticks on your Steam Deck. You might want to do this for a variety of reasons. Maybe you're experiencing stick drift, or you're having some other issues with them, or if you're like me, you're doing it just because you want to and because it's fun. However, I do hope this video will help someone who does have a more serious reason to change out their joysticks. Also, I bought a set of the Gulikit Joysticks from Amazon, I hope I pronounced that right, which cost me around 30 bucks, give or take. I'll be using these to replace my stock joysticks. Really, this should be a rather short video since the process is relatively straightforward and actually pretty easy. So to give you a quick outline of what we're going to cover, we'll start with the tools you're going to need, how to identify the type of joysticks you have in your Steam Deck, and how to configure your new joysticks. Then we'll cover how to physically install them, and finally we'll cover calibration. Again, this is a pretty easy process, and it really shouldn't take us more than around 15 or so minutes. A couple of quick points before we get started. First, I want to mention that I'm still using my LCD deck. I have not upgraded to the OLED model yet. I will likely do so probably around this coming summer. I know the OLED version is a really solid upgrade in overall performance and of course the display, but I just got my LCD about a year ago and I really want to get the most out of it before spending the money on upgrading to a new device. That's just a personal preference. I tend to do the same with my phones. I'm still rocking the 13 Pro Max and I'll likely keep that for another year or two. Anyway, and secondly, I want to point out that I won't be disconnecting the power ribbon during this process as I don't really see any potential issues. However, if you feel more comfortable disconnecting the power ribbon, I completely understand and I encourage you to do so. But since we're just swapping out joysticks and not messing with the SSD, I'm going to skip that step. I will, however, have my deck completely powered down. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's get started. Okay, so as far as tools go, we only need two. A double-aught Phillips head screwdriver and a plastic pry tool. You can get them on Amazon for around 8 bucks. Alright, so let's move on to our preparations. Alright, so for the preparation phase, there's a few things we need to do before we remove the screws and remove the back of the deck and actually do the physical swapping out of the joysticks. So first and foremost, we need to identify what type of controllers we have, and then we need to remove the SD card and then power the deck completely down. You'll notice in the video I actually made the mistake of forgetting to remove the SD card, and I had to remove it after removing the screws to pull the back panel off. It's not life or death if you forget to remove it in the preparation phase, but I just wanted to point that out. Alright, so to identify the type of controller we have, it's either going to be Type A or Type B. We need to go to Settings, then go to System, and then scroll down until you see Steam Deck Controller ID, and then make a note of the first 4 characters. Okay, so we have two types of joystick controller, Type A and Type B. If you are MEDA, you're Type A. If you are MHDA, you are Type B. All you have to do is select A or B on the selector switch on both left and right joystick, and you're done. So the installation is going to include the removal of 14 screws and 2 ribbon cables. Other than that, it's very much straightforward, as you'll see. So let's get into it. Congratulations if you followed along and installed a new set of replacement joysticks. Please let me know in the comments if you had any issues along the way or if any part of my tutorial was confusing. I also want to take a moment to thank all of you new subs and everyone who's watched my content. It's encouraging to know folks are, well, hopefully enjoying the fruits of the work that I put into these videos, even if they aren't the best in editing. I sincerely really do appreciate it. I want to let you know I have a ton of content in the pipes that I'm currently drafting up. For one, I am planning out a video on building a microcomputer, and that is to say I am working out the idea of building a Raspberry Pi computer with Twister OS, which I'll have to 3D print the quote-unquote tower. And I'm also currently working on a script for a video teaching new Linux users the basics of using the terminal. I also have a few shorts that I'm currently working on as well. I have a lot of ideas, but it's going to take a little time to get them shot, edited, and uploaded. And I plan to have a short or two uploaded this week, or maybe by the weekend at the latest. And a video uploaded mid next week, although it may run a little late depending on my personal life schedule. But I'll do my best to get them uploaded as soon as I can. I really want to focus on quality over quantity. Again, thank you all, and I hope to see you in the next video.